Steve King here for CanadianBodybuildingRadio.com once again. Today I'm sitting here with my fellow co-host Ron Partlow, and we have two lovely guests today, heavyweight champion bodybuilder for Alberta this year and Northern Alberta's Cheryl Rosenberger, and her trainer, IFBB Pro Figure Jamie Senuk. And today we are training at Hardcore Gym and doing little back workouts. You can follow along as we do our interview. And so Cheryl, I guess the first question to you is, you've competed a few times before, however that wasn't in bodybuilding. This is your first year competing in bodybuilding. You did make the switch from figure. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your decision to switch from figure to bodybuilding this year?
Yeah, so I started, I approached Jamie in 2007 and wanted to do figure. I just loved the look. So I competed in figure in 2007 and I won the Muscle Beach in the overall. And then I went to Tier 2 at Provincials, and they told me I was a little too big and either downsize or switch to bodybuilding. So we went to the drawing board and I decided to switch to bodybuilding, and I'm just really happy with my decision.
Yeah, it seemed to work out very well for you, capturing the 2 titles this year. So why don't you tell us a little bit about how the training and diet kind of differs from figure to bodybuilding? I know there may be some other girls out there that are kind of on the fence of whether they want to go to figure or compete in bodybuilding. So why don't you give them a heads up on what you thought about the switch, with regards to the diet and training?
Okay, well, definitely stricter. I guess I don't do too much cardio. I didn't do too much cardio for figure, so it was a big change, and it was kind of extreme for me at first, but definitely love the look of my body lean down. So I definitely, I'm just really happy. I'm really excited about bodybuilding. So,
you find the bodybuilding more challenging than the figure?
Oh, definitely. But I really like a challenge, and it just suits my personality and my physique a lot better.
Cheryl, I just wanted to touch on something. I noticed, even when you did figure, your condition was, like you said, the judges told you were a little bit too big for figure, and your condition was really good. And I remember seeing you compete at that show and thinking that, you could have kicked your heels off and done bodybuilding at that point. So, the decision to switch, does condition kind of come easy for you? The muscle size sort of comes easy for you? I've heard you have, people refer to you as having really good genetics. So I just want to get your opinion on that. Do you feel that way about how things go?
Yeah, I was always an athlete, so I did a lot of sports in high school, and I always ran track and did sprinting, so my conditioning is kind of there from that, and I'm a leaner person in general, so it's harder for me to gain that size, but I stay pretty lean, and that's about it. I don't know, I'm just really excited about bodybuilding.
Yeah, there's not many girls at their, first bodybuilding show that get, the glutes striated and stuff like that. So, your condition was phenomenal. How did you feel going into the first bodybuilding show? Were you really confident at the Northerns? And then how about the Albertas a couple weeks later? Were you going in there really confident, or were you just kind of, anxious to see what would happen?
I think I was really nervous. Like, I'm kind of more of a shy person, so the whole routine for bodybuilding was a big change. I'm used to the figure where you just walk out in your heels, and that was about it. But once I did it once at Northerns, I was really confident for provincials, and I'm really excited now for nationals next year.
Yeah, that's the next question. We wanted to, let everybody know what are your plans. Nationals in Saskatoon next year. You're still training. You've been in the gym, I see, every single day since the show. Are you going to take a break at all, or did you already have your break, or do you feel this is your break? What are your plans from here, and what are the goals for nationals as far as improvements you want to make?
Definitely lots of work to do. I didn't want to do nationals this year because I want to bring up some body parts, some back size, and definitely work on just size on my quads. The conditioning's not a little bit more size on certain body parts.
What about the actual training that you do in the gym? I mean, I know as a figure girl, you were obviously using a lot of the same exercises and stuff. But was there any big in the gym changes you made when you switched to bodybuilding? Did you start training heavier, or did you just kind of, was it mostly just a diet change?
No, the training's way more fun. I get to actually lift heavy again. For figure, I was trying to, we're trying to downsize me a little bit, and it was lighter weights, more reps. Now I get to lift heavy, and actually I feel like I can use my potential and put more size on, and it's just more fun for me to do this kind of training.
How long a diet did you actually do for the bodybuilding this year?
I believe it was 16 weeks, and for figure, I mean, I was doing 12 weeks and hardly any cardio, so it was a big change, definitely.
Right, and Jamie, if I can ask you a question, you know, you helped Cheryl with all of her shows so far and her diets and stuff. You know, how was, you know, what did you see happening this year when she was dieting down for the show? You know, was she ready early? You know, did she have much weight to lose to start? I mean, what sort of condition does she usually come to you in?
Cheryl usually starts her contest diet in pretty good shape because she stays pretty lean year round, and she's just naturally a leaner type of person. I put her on a longer diet this year just because I didn't know how her body would come in. I didn't know, I mean, I wanted her diced, and I knew she could get diced. She's got the potential for sure in that area. I just wanted to make sure that we weren't pushing it, we weren't rushing things, we weren't doing anything drastic. Basically, Cheryl coasted in exactly how I knew she was going to coast in. It was right on track. Every pound came off exactly when I thought it would. She came in right on schedule. I wanted her a little bit softer at Northern so that she would peak at Provincials, which she did. She came in, I think, a pound lighter at Northern, or at Provincials, but she was just way, way tighter. She was way fuller. So it went exactly as planned, which was awesome. She's easy to work with. She's got great genetics, so she's a textbook. So it's good in that respect.
Yeah, I know how you feel about clients that are easy to work with. You know if you don't hear from them for, you know, a week, you know that they're not off the rails or doing something crazy. You don't feel like you have to babysit them. You know that they're in it as dedicated as possible. And that leads me to my next question. You know, I see you back in the gym. You know, you've been training elsewhere for a while, and you're back at hardcore now, and you're training heavy again. And I know you're dieting for a pro figure show. So why don't you give everybody a little breakdown on you know, I know you did a couple of shows a while ago, and you're hitting the circuit again this year. So just let everybody know what's going on for Jamie Senuk.
That's still kind of up in the air. I took the last 2 years basically to sort of revamp my physique, do a couple of things to try to kind of meet the pro figure standards. And I'm honestly not totally happy with the change. I like my physique a lot more muscular. I think I look better. I'm tall, so I just kind of look lanky and skinny. I've lost a little bit of shape, which I'm not happy with. So my trainer and I have kind of decided to re-switch the focus and focus on putting a little bit more size back on my upper body, especially, just to kind of balance my physique out a little bit. And if things go as planned, I may do the shows in November this year, and if not, I'll be back in the pro circuit for sure in 2010 early.
Okay, excellent. And you have a website as well. Why don't you let everybody know about that?
My website's jamiesenuk.com, and I've got a blog which I don't update as frequently as I should, but I do put pictures up from time to time, and I will be updating it.
Well, now you have a link to add for the update, so that'll help out. and I was going to pass the mic back to Steve here for final questions.
Hey, Cheryl, is there anybody you would like to thank?
Yeah, no sponsors. I would love a sponsor, but no, Jamie Senuk. She's just been there for me since 2007 and my switch over, and she's become one of my great friends. So just Jamie Senuk. That's all I got.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's funny, you know, when you get someone who helps you with the prep like that and does your diet, and they sort of become your link to the world at you know, some point in the last 6 weeks. You know, you kind of live in the box. I know a lot of competitors. I know I tend to do that, and it is nice to have someone in your corner like that. So, yeah, no, definitely trainers are important, and if you don't have a trainer, at least a circle of friends at the gym that can, you know, have a look at you and keep you on track. So,
yeah, that's it for CanadianBodybuildingRadio.com today. Hopefully we can get these girls back and do some more training as they get closer to their shows the following year. And girls, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks.